You know, the television audience isn't just viewing TV programming on TV anymore. In fact, they're viewing all kinds of content a lot more than they used to because of all the different screens they can watch content on. Their tablets, their PCs, even their mobile phones. And because viewership is increasing and the amount of time people spend viewing on all those devices, it represents a great opportunity for advertisers to reach those audiences across those screens where they've spent a lot of time and money over last decades to get great reach on television. Now they need to, most advertisers know this, that they need to expand to tell their story across all of those screens. And I think that represents an opportunity for them, obviously, but also a pretty significant challenge. And the challenge there is actually multifold. It's that it's difficult for them to manage a campaign across all of those screens and deliver their story across all those screens, but also probably the trickiest bit is to measure their campaigns across those screens to find out what's working, how those screens work together to create business, to drive consumers to their brands, etc. And so what Extreme Reach has launched is a cross-media reporting suite that enables advertisers to measure their video campaigns across all those screens, from television to mobile and then across the web, from one single suite that's super visual that puts all of the information in their hands while a campaign is live. There are all kinds of measures for television that have been in place for a long time, everything from a GRP to reach and frequency, etc. And you have very similar measures now on the web. The trick is bringing them together. A lot of advertisers find that when they run a video campaign online and they look at the measurements, it's difficult for them to explain why they're getting certain spikes and when they look at the data, it sometimes doesn't make sense because there are other factors at work. Most of the time, those factors can be attributed to television for those advertisers who are advertising across all screens. And what our reporting suite does is it puts information like reach and impressions and other key information in a super visual interface for both TV and web together, and then plots a performance line over that. And most of the time, performance is determined by the performance online. So performance metrics online for online video are typically things like, you know, how much of the ad the audience actually viewed, or do they abandon it for some reason? Clicks, obviously, conversions on websites and for e-commerce. There are interactive measurements for how much did the audience actually interact with the ad if you have an interactive ad online. And so all of those measurements can be plotted over the TV and web metrics. So you can see how TV and web may be fueling some of those performances or performance measures. Most of the data that feeds into those is proprietary Extreme Reach information. What Extreme Reach offers is ad delivery, digital delivery of television commercials to TV media, and ad serving, so the serving up of video ads across all of the publishers centrally. From those activities, there's a lot of data that gets generated that we can bring together. We also have established a proprietary television monitoring network across the country that monitors over 2,000 rated channels that in real time, and that information also feeds into these reports, so we know exactly when our clients' ads are running on a particular channel in a particular market or on a particular network. And by knowing all of that ad occurrence information and bringing it together with the other data we have, we're able to have TV data that complements and parallels all of the web data that we get as an ad server. We can bring those together and then plot the performance lines from the online advertising portion of the campaign on top.